All right, welcome back to the Beast Game Podcast. This is a review for Batman and Harley Quinn. It's directed by Sam Liu, who has done several other Warner Brothers animation comic book movies. And it stars Kevin Conroy as Batman, Melissa Ranch as Harley Quinn, and Lauren Lester as Nightwing. And the synopsis is, Batman and Nightwing are forced to team with the Joker's sometimes girlfriend Harley Quinn to stop a global threat brought about by Poison Ivy and Jason Woodrow, the Floronic Man. A lot of this centers around a missing doctor that Poison Ivy has kidnapped. So when Batman investigates, he knows that Harley Quinn is Poison Ivy's friend, but Harley Quinn hasn't been seen in a while. Batman sends Nightwing to go find Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is working at a place called Super Babes, which is more or less Hooters, Tilted Kilt, Twin Peaks type of restaurant. From there, Nightwing tries to recruit Harley Quinn in order to help him and Batman find Poison Ivy, and that's kind of where we'll stop. This movie is a direct-to-home video, and I will say that the Warner Brothers animation movies are normally pretty good, but the last few movies have been not great at all. And we've reviewed several of those. Batman: The Killing Joke, that was probably one of the lowest ones that we've given a score to. But this one is just very uncharacteristic for a lot of characters. There is a Nightwing and Harley Quinn sex scene. Why is that in this movie? There's a fart joke in the car. Why is that in this movie? There's a yam eating, yam as in the food yam eating incident. A lot of the actions don't fit characters. Batman is just completely a jerk to everyone in the movie. There's just a point where Batman is not the person that should be trying to fix the situation just because he doesn't really care about anything. And on top of that, there's some problems with the voices. Nightwing's voice just sounds totally off. The dialogue is weak in the movie. The story overall is pretty pointless. The movie is about eco-terrorism. Poison Ivy and Jason Woodrow, the Floronic Man, who I've never heard of, are trying to release some agent into the world, try to cause the world to have this rebirth in nature, that people aren't a part of it. They just wanted to have the Earth be like how Earth was before humanity started. Then the movie tries to resolve itself by having Poison Ivy about to do the releasing of the agent, and then Harley Quinn crying in front of her to make her stop. It's like, well, don't let me do it. Don't let me tear up in front of you. And then she starts tearing up, and then Poison Ivy stops what she's doing. So that wasn't very good. The Swamp Thing makes an appearance, and the appearance was worthless. It's kind of a hard watch for, I believe it's an hour and 15 minutes. This could have been a 30-minute TV show. I'm not sure why it's so long, but Harley Quinn now is a very popular character, so it serves a purpose, I guess. The problem with a lot of these DC movies, Batman is normally in these movies, and there's really not a point for him to be in the movie. Because this movie is called Batman and Harley Quinn, but it's really not about Batman. Batman shows up for a couple of scenes, but it's really Nightwing and Harley Quinn. Again, they have sex, they have some weak relationship, and the sex scene was cringeworthy. So I'm giving this a 2.5. This was borderline unwatchable. And again, like I said before, DC is normally pretty good about these movies. Maybe for the past 2 years, the movies have been pretty subpar. There's a lot of Batman movies that involve Damian Wayne, that those movies are great, but anything else is really just not worthy of being released. That's the Beast Game Podcast. You can find more of our podcasts at beastgame.com, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you'd like to submit a reader comment or question, you can do so at submissions@beastgame.email.